For those of you who did the New Testament when you were in first year in Cornerstone with me, you'll remember how I emphasised the chapter 8 of Mark's Gospel, the place where Jesus first began to speak to his disciples about his death and his resurrection as not only the key to understanding Mark's Gospel, but it's the key to understanding what the whole of the New Testament is about, and very definitely the key to understanding what the Christian life is about. And you'll remember that passage. It's where Jesus went with his disciples to the villages of Caesarea Philippi, and on the way he asked them, "Who do men say I am?" And they gave various answers, and then he put the question to them, "Who do you say I am?" And Peter answered, "You are the Messiah." And Jesus then gave them strict orders not to say anything or anybody about him. And then he began to teach them that the Son of Man had to endure much suffering, to be rejected by the elders and the chief priests and the doctors of the law, to be put to death, and after 3 days to rise again. And it says that he spoke about it quite plainly. And you remember how Peter thought that this was just not on the program and out of character for the Messiah, and rebuked Jesus. And Jesus told him, "Peter," well actually he said, "Away with you, Satan. You think as men think, not as God thinks." And that's the call to discipleship, to think as God thinks, to think as God thinks about everything, about who you are in the first place, and about life and this world that we're part of, and very definitely about other people, and the eternal destiny that's put before us in the kingdom of God. That's the challenge, to think as God thinks about everything, and not to think as men think. And I know how the pressure is that to get on in the world you do have to engage with it, but the whole point is that what we've been trying to teach you in Cornerstone is that we have to practice all of life discipleship, to bring everything into focus from the point of view of the kingdom of God. Now I hope that that's the message that still rings in your heart. It's a challenge that speaks to every part of us in our personal devotion, in our church life, in our families, relationships with spouses and children, in the work that we do, in our efforts to represent that kingdom to other people like ours all the time, in every way that we possibly can. Bless you as you try to do that.